Hi, I'm Jack Gibson, and happy spring. Most of AZPM's offices and workspaces in the basement and sub-basement of the Modern Languages building here on the UA's main campus don't have windows. So we wanted to step outside for a minute for some sunshine and fresh air before heading back inside. This is Television Studio A, where, through digital magic, it's transformed from this green screen into the virtual set for our popular Saturday night feature film series, Hollywood at Home, as well as when we record our local pledge breaks like this. The Baker Center for Public Media, our new home, currently under construction, features a main television studio that, in addition to being larger and more flexible, will allow for screenings, events, concerts with integrated seating for both the main studio floor and the balcony so that you can be a part of AZPM's future productions. If you haven't done so already, I hope you will join me and make a financial contribution as an investment in our community to support this important project. Now let's take a look at this month's programming highlights. Sundays this month showcase new dramas on PBS 6, headlined by the return of Oscar winner Mark Rylance as Thomas Cromwell in Wolf Hall, The Mirror and the Light.
I am greatly altered these 10 years. You, not so much.
The king never does an unpleasant thing. Lord Cromwell does it for him.
You are a snake, Cromwell.
Oh, no. A dog, madam, and on your scent.
Did it have to be this way? So bloody.
I've lost my way.
Then come with me now.
Always you with the bad news. You have few friends, Cromwell. They don't know how to deal with you. That's why they poison your mind against me.
Careful, Thomas. You will feel the lash.
When your only course is to destroy your enemy before they wake in the morning, have the axe in your hand.
March is Women's History Month, and the new Sunday night dramas continue with the return of one of history's most famous queens.
I was born for duty, not happiness. You are the mother of France. You're stronger than you know.
The economy is hanging by a thread.
Let me help you.
You have no understanding of politics. You have done enough to the crown.
Reputation is everything. Destroy ours.
There's danger everywhere. No one can be trusted. I will get us out of this mess.
We'll stay in Europe to rejoin the East End nurses for season 14 of Call the Midwife. And if you don't want to wait for new episodes on Sundays, you can binge the entire new season with AZPM Passport right now.
You're a mother-to-be, and I'm your midwife. The more you tell me, the more I can help you.
The Board of Health have declared war on Renata's house.
What are we going to do, sister?
We are going to fight back. This is our place in the community.
We are going to do this together.
As we continue to commemorate Women's History Month, the acclaimed PBS documentary series Independent Lens takes a fascinating look at a Cambodian-American high school basketball prodigy in home court.
When I play basketball, I feel like there's nothing that can stop me.
Come on, ladies, clean it up.
In a few minutes, we're going to play Providence. Actually, being a senior, I really hope we can show that maturity.
Oh! God.
My mom raised me in Cambodia, and I raised Ashley here, so everything is different.
She's not patient enough. Sometimes it's too rushed.
If Ashley ends up taking 99% of the shots, we're going to be in trouble.
On AZPM's Classical 90.5, hear about the life and music of composer Florence Price on Conversations in African American Music, featuring performances by pianist Laura Downs and the Catalyst Quartet. And on NPR 89.1, Listen to The Suffragist in the Basement, the story of Esther Hobart Morris, the first woman to serve as a Justice of the Peace in the United States.
Esther Hobart Morris was a suffragist who moved to Wyoming in 1869. By most accounts, she was instrumental in the passage of Wyoming's suffrage law that same year. It was the first such law in the whole country.
The long-term health of our planet is examined in the new 4-part limited series narrated by Golden Globe-winning actress Uma Thurman.
It's time to look at our home in a whole new way. Imagine carbon stored in nature on an incredible scale. Looking after it in the face of climate change is essential because our future depends on the future of nature.
I often hear the question, why do you keep having pledge drives? Despite the inconvenience to our viewers and listeners, On-Air Pledge is essential to help keep the programs like the ones we've just previewed on the air on PBS 6, 6 Plus, PBS Kids, NPR 89.1, Classical 90.5, and Jazz 89.1 HD2, not to mention our digitally streamed programs. Member contributions make up about 1/2 of AZPM's operating revenue, and 100% member contributions directly support the acquisition and broadcast of the programs you enjoy on AZPM stations from PBS, NPR, the BBC, and others. And on-air appeals are by far the most cost-effective way for AZPM to raise funds. You see, each time the cost of a program increases or we add additional titles, new contributors must be secured to cover the additional expenses. My thanks to our current and sustaining supporters for their forbearance as we work to recruit new contributors to cover AZPM's programming costs. Finally, some of you have asked how AZPM might be affected by potential cuts to federal funding. And while we haven't been notified of any direct reductions just yet, we do share your concern. ProtectMyPublicMedia.org is a great resource for the latest on the status of federal funding for public media. Please visit ProtectMyPublicMedia.org to sign up for updated news and information on the status of federal funding that helps support stations like AZPM. Now more than ever, we need the continued support of you, our listeners and viewers. On behalf of all of us here at AZPM, thank you for your continued support. See you next month.